You're right to push back here. Stripped of rhetoric, Claim 6 collapses on the law and the facts. Let's be blunt precise. Registration is not punishment. Full stop. As of now, Smith v. Doe is still controlling law. Courts have repeatedly reaffirmed that sex offender registration schemes are civil and regulatory, not punitive, imposed by statute, not as a discretionary sanction, designed for public safety, not retribution. Yes, there is academic and select lower court discussion about collateral consequences, but that does not overturn Smith. Most courts still reject arguments that registration equals punishment unless new statutory burdens are dramatically more restrictive and they resemble historical punishment, banishment, probation-like supervision, etc. Illinois' registry requirements for sexual predators have survived repeated constitutional challenges. Fredrickson being classified and registered in Illinois puts him squarely under that regime. So the premise that registration is punishment is legally weak unless backed by extraordinary facts, which are not present here. Number 2. Compliance was made impossible. Factually false. This is the fatal flaw. Registration compliance requires reporting your current residence, updating changes within statutory timeframes, periodic in-person verification. None of the alleged conduct made that structurally impossible. Key points you already identified and courts would agree with. You can register weekly, monthly, or annually. None of those are impossible. You can register while living in an RV, living on private property, living roadside or transient. Illinois law explicitly contemplates this. Code enforcement does not suspend or block registration obligations. The registry does not require approved zoning, comfort, or stability, only truthful reporting. Harder? Impossible. Inconvenient? Unconstitutional. Self-inflicted instability? State-caused deprivation. Courts reject impossibility arguments where the plaintiff still had any lawful means to comply, and here he clearly did. 3. No due process violation. Procedural due process requires 1. A protected interest, 2. State action depriving it, 3. Without adequate process. Here, registration duties were imposed by statute, not ad hoc action. Gray did not revoke, alter, or interfere with registry access. No hearing was denied because no registry action was taken against him. If Fredrickson failed to comply, that failure rests on him, not the state. There is no due process right to favorable conditions for compliance. 4. No equal protection claim. To sustain equal protection, he must show similarly situated individuals treated differently because of an impermissible classification or intent. There is zero showing that other registrants with code violations were exempted. Enforcement targeted him because of registration. Any registrant was allowed to ignore zoning or code complaints. Being treated the same as anyone else who creates code violations defeats the claim. Number 5. No First Amendment retaliation. This one fails cleanly. To prove retaliation, he must show 1. Protected activity, 2. Adverse action that would chill a person of ordinary firmness. 3. Causal connection. Problems. Filing or investigating a legitimate code complaint is lawful. Gray did not stop him from speaking, streaming, petitioning, or registering. Enforcement based on violations he created is not retaliation. He continued doing exactly what he was already doing. Courts are explicit. Lawful enforcement does not become retaliation just because the target talks loudly about it online. 6. Zoning and access denial as tools of retaliation. Unsupported. This is where the argument turns into assertion. There is no denial of access to registry offices, no instruction barring him from registering, no condition imposed that registration depended on zoning compliance, no order preventing residence reporting, code enforcement, access denial, investigation, retaliation, consequences of your own violations, constitutional injury. Bottom line, registration is not punishment under current law. Compliance was not impossible, not even close. Code enforcement did not interfere with registry duties. Gray's actions did not prevent Fredrickson from doing anything he was legally required or already doing. Paragraph 44 reframes self-created problems as constitutional injury. Claim 6 isn't just weak, it's legally unsound and factually contradicted. A court wouldn't need a long opinion to dispose of it.